What's going on, you guys? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess. It's another episode of Yes for the Mess Deep Dives. What's going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, y'all. What's the tea? Okay. What is the business? We are in the building today. So since you guys enjoyed the last deep dive that I did when I talked about the breakdown of Candy and Phaedra's relationship, I thought that because, like I said, once again, it really ain't nothing to talk about. It really ain't that many shows for me to talk about. Bill Collective is on the way out. So all I really got is Housewives of Atlanta for this time. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is canceled. And then, so is Basketball Wives. So I really ain't got much to really be on right now. So I just got to give y'all some content, and so it can make sense. And let's Housewives is a hot topic at this moment in time, and we're gonna get on into this thing. So, but we'll get more into it when we get to the 5-minute mark. And I'm doing this live before I go because I have to go film today. This is my first time filming in 2 weeks because I chose not to film for the last 2 weeks because of my mental health, and I didn't really feel like being bothered with humans, so I chose not to film. But it won't even seem like it because I'm still all over the damn season so far, so it don't even matter. But this will be the first scene that I filmed in over 2 weeks, so yes, my mental health was way more important than the damn camera and some cast members. So I'm just saying, and it ain't no shade to none of my cast members, but I had to do that for me. That's just it. Let me see what moderators are in here. We got Pain, we got the Jail Slayer, we got Universal Guys, and we got Too Feisty up in here. We're gonna have a pretty decent conversation today. I really feel like we are. It's been 6 years since season 5, and we all know that when there was Real Housewives of Potomac season 5 was on and popping back then. You feel what I'm saying? That was a hard time for most of us YouTubers back then. It was very split in YouTube land back then, very split in Housewives fans land and all that stuff. Like there could not be a middle ground. You had to be Team Candiace or you had to be Team Monique. And if you wanted to be, and if you did have a neutral stance on that wasn't good enough because that back then it was either this or that. I mean, it is what it is. So but I think I did a video about this a while ago, but it was like a pre-recorded video. But I think my take is pretty much the same as it was back then, but it's just a tad bit, just a little bit different, but the same, but we're gonna get more into that as this video continues. Now that we're here, we get started at the 5-minute mark. So right now we at the 4-minute mark. So I'm gonna need for Too Feisty, Aaliyah, Brittany, Universal Goddess, and the Jail Slayer and Pain to make sure that everybody is liking up the video, making sure that they're subscribing to the platform if they haven't already. If they're brand new to the platform, go on and subscribe. Not to mention, also go ahead and like this chat up with nothing but the flames. Make sure that the chat is clean. And also, if the people get out of line and out of pocket, y'all ain't gotta ban them. But what you can do is time them out for a little while so they can think about what the fuck they've done. Okay. So we need to get all that popping. Go ahead and light this chat up. Light it up right now. Let's get it popping. We're going to get this thing started at the 5-minute mark. Of course, as you all already know, we always get this shit started at the 5-minute mark. I got a cough drop in my mouth because this cough has got to go. Okay. It definitely got to go. I wanted to take my medicine last night, but I had got a little tipsy, so I didn't want to mix it up. Okay, let me see where we at. Are we at 5 minutes? Okay, now we're at 5 minutes. Going on and light this chat up, and let's get it popping. All right, alrighty then. So let's get into today's show. Now, today we're going to deep dive and dig into the breakdown of Besties to Enemies, the rise and fall of Candiace and Monique of the Real Housewives of Potomac. This has always been one of those stories that's always been very complex. It always have, evoked a little bit of emotion out of people. It has caused a whole lot of debate even back then, and I think it still causes debate even today. Like there's a lot of difference of opinions here. There's still like sides to be taken and all of those different things. And it's always about who's to blame. Who's to blame? Was Monique to blame for this friendship falling apart? Was Candiace to blame for this friendship falling apart? Was it both of them that was to blame for this friendship falling apart? Or was there other outside forces that kind of came in between them that they didn't even realize? Well, I'm not saying that my opinion is the law. And I'm not saying that you have to listen to whatever I say because I'm just one person. You're not going to agree with me. Some might, some won't. But you have the floor to give your own opinion on this situation, of course, and you know I don't mind it. So we're about to go ahead and get into the things in regards to Candiace and Monique's friendship, y'all. So let's get into it right now. All right. Now, Monique. Monique came on the Real Housewives of Potomac during season 2. She instantly butted heads with Giselle. Instantly. And not only did she butt heads with Giselle, but she also butt heads with Robin. She didn't really have many allies outside of Charisse and later on Karen. And she had Ashley at that point as well. But for the most part, the Green Eye Bandits were definitely her ops. Candiace came on the show the very next season. She came on as Ashley's friend, but she instantly became really, really cool, really, really close to Monique, to the point to where they were calling each other big sis, little sis back then. And especially on the heels of Monique's relationship with Charisse, pretty much falling under, pretty much, right? So I believe that things began to show its ugly head between Candiace and Monique around season 4. Now, I don't know if y'all agree with that or not, but I think season 4 is where things with Monique and Candiace started to really make a tilt. Like they were cool, but things started changing between the two of them. And I can honestly say that. Monique was pregnant during season 4. And I think one of the first things that went down between the two of them, and I could be wrong, and I could be out of bounds, but I think one of the first discrepancies that happened in their relationship was the whole Amistad comment thing. Like when Candiace went to Giselle and said that Monique said that Katie looked like Amistad or something like that. And then Giselle went and brought it back to Katie. Now, back when I was watching this, that made me mad with Candiace. Because I'm like, girl, why would you tell Giselle that Monique said that when you know that Giselle and Monique don't fuck with each other like that? When you know that Giselle will find any fucking reason possible to come for that girl. Why would you think that that was even okay to even do? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why would you even do that? Got back to Monique. Later on down the line, I think by this point, Ashley and Monique started back being cool. And the whole thing with the ass grabbing rumors came out. And I think, I don't remember exactly what happened here, but I think it was something about how when Candiace was talking to Monique, she said it was karma. And I think it gotten back to Ashley that Monique was laughing when Ashley went through her shit, and then Monique showed the text messages between her and Candiace where they was actually talking about the situation to prove her innocence. Now, I felt like Monique was wrong for showing those text messages in an effort to prove her innocence to Ashley, because she didn't want to be in hot water with Ashley at this point, because her and Ashley had become, bosom buddies again. But for me, I definitely wouldn't have been no bosom buddies with Ashley after she sat up there and tried to say that you was an alcoholic and that's the reason why you got in a car accident because of the fact that you got drunk or something like that. So then it was something going on with Ashley trying to get pregnant and shit like that. And I think Candiace was calling out. I think Candiace kept calling Ashley out about actually wanting a baby or not wanting a baby or whatever. Now, Candiace was pretty much going in on the behalf of Monique, but Monique pretty much was going in on Candiace because she felt like Candiace wasn't doing nothing different than what Ashley did the previous year, which made Candiace feel like Monique was flipping on her and being a turncoat and basically, in so many words, using her as a ladder to get to Ashley. Now, I never understood that part of it all. Like when she said she used me as a ladder to get to Ashley. I don't think she needed to use you to get to Ashley. I never felt like she needed to use you for that at all. She could have did that on her own. But it was kind of weird that Monique would actually turn around and befriend someone that literally said that she was like an alcoholic, and you know that's the reason why she got in the accident, and going around telling all the women in the group, well, she had like 4 martinis and all this other shit. And I just couldn't understand that. And I just didn't understand why Monique wanted to be cool with Ashley so hard. Like, why? Like, why you want to be friends with her so bad? Because ain't no way in hell I'm going to be, and you talking about some Ashley can ruin everything that you built, and she could have ruined everything that you built. But in the same breath, if she could have ruined everything that you built, then why would you even still be on this Ashley train to begin with? I personally wouldn't be on the Ashley train if you ask me. I wouldn't be. Ain't no way in hell you're going to sit up here and make up shit about me. And ain't no way in hell you're going to sit up here and say that that's the reason why I got in a wreck because I can't hold my liquor and I'm a drunk ass bitch. There is no way that you could ever say that about me and think that we're going to be cool. So I didn't understand that. And I could definitely see why Candiace was kind of upset with Monique for that notion, because it's kind of like, girl, I'm taking up for you. Like, I'm literally taking up for you. And you want to sit up here and be buddy and pussy popping with this motherfucker right here after she said all that shit about you. But that's the thing. Y'all gonna get enough, and I get it. We take up for our friends, and I will take up for my friend. Y'all know I will. But if they're going to continuously be cool with certain people that they know are not in their best interest or will do right by them and all this other shit, then why the fuck am I sitting up here trying to defend them and do all this extra shit for them? I'm not gonna do no more than what I need to. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do no more than what I need to. I think that Candiace kind of played herself on that one, only because of the fact that it wasn't necessarily her fault that Monique was being sort of a turncoat, but you know, you kind of played yourself trying to defend somebody who really didn't need no defending to begin with, obviously, if she was still going to be cool with the bitch anyway. That's how I felt about it. So then that's when, you know, Candiace and Monique got into this fight, argument, whatever, at the barnyard. And, you know, Candiace told her to walk away, and Monique said she'll still drag her pregnant and all. And that's when Candiace said, so you gonna drag me now? And then Monique said, I'll drag you. I'll drag you. And then that's when Candiace said, drag me, Monique. Drag me. Drag me. Drag me, Monique. Drag my ass. So when I first heard Candiace say some shit about drag my ass, like basically like inviting Monique to drag her, I just knew that she was probably one of those little country club girls that may look like she ain't gonna do shit, but at the end of the day, she looked like she ain't gonna do shit, but she'll whoop your ass. At least that's what I was thinking at that point. But again, y'all, I wasn't reviewing Potomac back then. I wasn't. However, I was watching it, but I wasn't reviewing it. I didn't review it until season 5. But I was definitely watching it. So I think Karen got them back together. They started back being cool. And then they apologized to each other at the reunion and stuff like that. So then we go into season 5. It looked like by season 5, it looked like they had decided that they're going to be cool again, and they're going to be at a better place, a better note, if you will. You know, that's what it gave for me. And so when it all came down to it, they did that. And then, is that rain? Hold on, y'all. Is there rain? That is rain. It's raining hard as a motherfucker too. But anyway, so they hugged at the reunion. They start back at season 5. They start over again, and they decide that they're going to be cool. All right, cool. But then Monique went and had lunch with Giselle. And that is when Giselle had told her what Ashley had told her, which was during the time that Monique and Candiace were not cool, Candiace took it upon herself to be cool with Charisse. And, you know, she was trying to be cool with Charisse. They were sitting around talking about Monique allegedly and all this other shit. That's basically what Ashley was telling Giselle. And then Giselle decided to go back and bring that bone back to Monique. So Monique was upset after Giselle had told her the shit. So from that point on, that is when Monique was mad at Candiace about the Charisse thing. So when Charisse, I think Candiace had some type of party or some shit. They had some party. Candiace had a party or something, and Charisse was there. And she didn't tell Monique that Charisse was gonna be there, and Monique felt set up by Candiace, and they got into it on camera, but then off camera, you hear Monique saying, "I had to get you, I had to get you, I had to get you, I had to get you," and then that is when Candiace had called her phony for the way she acted on camera, but then trying to be cool with her off camera. And if I'm not mistaken, in one of my earlier reviews of that season, I definitely called Monique out for being on that same bullshit. But my thing is this. I didn't see it then, but I'm definitely seeing it now. I get that Charisse and Monique had a bad falling out. And it was weird looking to see your sis being cool with that same person and being friends with her. But in the same breath, now you see how Candiace felt when you got to be bosom buddies with Ashley, someone she didn't fuck with. So you can't be mad at somebody for fucking with a person that you don't fuck with when you was fucking with a person that your friend didn't fuck with either. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, and then it was weird because when you went to Ashley sip and see for her baby, you took a pic. You was in a group photo with Charisse. And then you had all kinds of excuses as to why you were in the photo with Charisse. But my thing is this. If I don't fuck with somebody and you ask me to take a group photo with them, if I don't fuck with somebody, I'm not getting in the picture with them. You got me fucked up. I'm not getting no picture with nobody. I don't fuck with. You better ask somebody. It's been many a time we done been at Bulldogs or some shit like that, and we all taking a group photo, and somebody I don't fuck with getting that picture. I step right there. I be like, let me get out. No, not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not finna be fake and be in no picture with no motherfucker that I don't fuck with. I'm just not finna do it because they make it seem like I'm cool with you, and I'm not getting no picture with you. And Monique was being fake as fuck by being in that picture with Sharice. I don't give a fuck if it was a group photo. I don't give a damn if it wasn't for no camera shit. It still looked like you was cool enough to be in a damn group photo with her. But then at the same time, you not mad at Ashley for inviting Sharice places, but you mad at Candiace. So my thing was, why are you holding Candiace to a certain standard that you're not holding Ashley to? Because Ashley, your friend, right? And your friend is cool with your op, just like Candiace was. So I'm trying to understand what was the point? And what you mad for? I'm just saying, I'm trying to understand it. But I guess I couldn't. So then it continued. The beef between the two of them continued. They went on that first trip, and it just came across like Monique was just trying to find any reason to beef with Candiace or to argue with Candiace or to have an issue with Candiace. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was given. You wanted to have a fight, and it didn't make any sense. So it came across like you were just looking for any reason to pick pack on whatever. You know what I mean? And Candiace was walking away from the situation. Hold on, y'all. Ugh, shit. Hate those sneezes. But she kept walking away from those situations and stuff like that. And it just looked like Monique was being the aggressor. It kept looking like she was being the aggressor in said situations. It just did. And so time went on, and it just continued to be a problem between the two of them. And it just wasn't making sense. It just seemed like Monique was just looking for a problem. It just looked that way. Like she got to be cool with Giselle, and I felt like Giselle was puppet stringing both of them. And I really feel like I felt like Giselle and Ashley came between the two of them. You feel what I'm saying? So then all hell broke loose when they went to that winery, and I think Giselle or Ashley, one of them, asked how they was doing in their relationship, and things started to transpire. They started arguing. They started going back and forth like Aaliyah, and that's just what happened with that. Like they kept going back and forth, and well, I'm not dealing with Candiace. She wasn't my friend. She wasn't this. She wasn't that. All that shit. And so Candiace was basically saying, I love Monique, even though she pretends to be asleep when I say bye and all this other shit. Then they start going back and forth. They start arguing. And that is when I think Candiace had like a glass in her hand or something like that. Like she was just like, she didn't have the glass in her hand like to whoop her ass with it or nothing, but she had like a little champagne glass in her hand, wine glass in her hand, or whatever. And so they go back and forth, and that is when Candiace says, so you're gonna drag me? And so that's when Monique started touching on Candiace's hair. Do you want me to? Do you want me to? Do you want me to? Then Candiace is like, drag me, drag me, drag me, drag me. And then that is when the fight starts. And then they break them up. Candiace had a strong wig on her head. I don't know where the fuck she got that wig from, but that wig was strong and it stayed intact. Okay. And Monique had a tight grip on that head. I can say that. So this is where everybody was split when it come down to the fight. Now, my opinion on the fight has never changed, and it ain't gonna never change. And I'm gonna tell you what my opinion was on the fight in just a second. But when it comes down to what happened in this relationship and how the friendship broke down and all of this other shit, it was mainly Monique. It was mainly Monique. Monique allowed other people to really interfere, because the thing was, you feel what I'm saying? It's like you forgave Ashley for things, but it's like you just couldn't forgive Candiace for stuff. Like you held Candiace to a certain level than you did Ashley. I don't know why, but Ashley was the main one that was shitting on you for years. For a whole year, Ashley was shitting on you. And then Candiace was defending you. But then while she's defending you, you decided to sit there and defend Ashley when she was the one shitting on you and Candiace was taking up for you and having your back. So you look dumb in that. Then you start being cool with Giselle, who never liked you, but you always wanted her, you always wanted her approval. You always wanted to be cool with Giselle, and you was happy to be cool with her to the point where you allowed her to get in your ear about your own friend. Instead of having conversations with your friend, instead of talking to your friend, you just chose to treat your friend like shit. Now, when it come down to this fight, I still feel as though there were parts played in both angles. Nobody was really innocent in this fight. There's a lot of moving parts to it for me. I do feel like Monique was the aggressor. I do agree with that. I do think that physically Monique was the fucking aggressor. There's no taking that back. She was the aggressor in that. She did touch her hair first and all that other shit. She did touch Candiace's hair, all of those different things. So she definitely was the aggressor. But I don't think that Candiace was completely innocent in this fight either, because let me tell you something about me. If I ain't trying to fight you, if I don't want to fight you, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say and do whatever I want to do. But one thing I'm not going to do is be all provocative and tell somebody to drag me when I know I don't want to be dragged for real. Like, I'm just not doing it. And I just feel like you daring someone to drag you, you're looking for something. Once you say drag me, don't do that, because somebody just might be ignorant enough to do exactly what you're telling them to do, which is drag you. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because somebody tells you to drag them, that don't mean you got to. You feel what I'm saying? That don't mean you got to drag somebody just because they're telling you to. But also, you don't provoke no situation either by telling some crazy person who already told you when they was pregnant, they would drag you pregnant and all, and now they not pregnant, and you sit up here telling them to drag you. What you think they're going to do now that they ain't pregnant? You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. But either way, it wasn't warranted, though. It wasn't. I can still stand firm on that. It wasn't warranted, but I do think that Candiace made a big mistake by daring the person who threatened to drag her while she was pregnant to drag her ass. I definitely wouldn't have done that. And I do think that Monique did not take any accountability. I do think that she tried to cry in front of those women. She apologized to those women, didn't apologize to Candiace because she didn't think that she was fucking wrong. She didn't have a reason to put her hands on her. She didn't. She mad. She mad and she the one put her hands on Candiace. If anything, Candiace should be the one mad. She the one who got her ass beat on national TV. She should be the one mad, not you. What the fuck you mad for? I never could understand that. And that caused a lot of divide amongst the fans and amongst the reviewers. And it was so many different opinions. And I was so glad when that season was over because that was like one of them dark ass seasons where it was like, girl, I'm sick of this shit. I'm ready for this shit to be fucking over. Do you hear me? But honey, that was a lot. When I tell you that was a lot. Okay. But I don't really think that there is a time where Candiace and Monique could ever be cool again. And I don't really think they should be. If you ask me, I don't really think they should be. But then I will say this. A lot of my issue with the fight was when she got into that fight with Monique, and I'm talking about Candiace got so tight with Giselle and Robin, and it was infuriating me because I never felt like their support of Candiace was ever real. Never in my life felt like that was real. I felt like they only supported Candiace, not because they felt like Candiace was done wrong, but I felt like she was I felt like they supported Candiace because they didn't like Monique. And they wanted Monique gone. And I feel like this was their way of getting rid of Monique. Regardless of the fact that Monique was wrong now. She was. But they didn't give a fuck about Candiace. They didn't give a fuck about Candiace and Elizabeth. They didn't care about Candiace. They only cared about getting Monique out of the motherfucking show and out of the group. They used Candiace and her situation as a fucking pawn and as a reason for their own personal gain. That's exactly what it is. I don't think that they were genuine at all in the least bit. But Monique dumbass played right into it. Because Giselle was never trying to be cool with her either. So she didn't really have nobody else but herself to blame, really. So when it all boils down to this breakdown of Candiace and Monique, it's really on Monique. Neither one was perfect, and neither one of them was without any faults, but Monique was wrong. And what's so crazy is that when Giselle turned around and did that shit to Candiace, I at one point I did not feel bad for Candiace because I'm gonna tell you why. I said, now Candiace was sitting up there all up under Giselle, and she really thought that Giselle was her friend and really being supportive of her. Even to the point to where she was trying to defend Giselle at that season 5 reunion when Monique was reading her with her own tea out of that damn binder. You feel what I'm saying? And that was getting on my nerves with Candiace. I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up, because that's not your friend for real. And only 2 seasons later, Giselle turned on Candiace, and here we go. Now, and then it even had Candiace saying by season 8 that she didn't think that Giselle's support of her was really genuine, and it was only based off of her hate for Monique. Duh! I could have told you that. It took for Giselle to shit on you for you to see that. Sad to say. They used you. But it was a lot though. Monique did a whole lot. Like, not only on the show, but off the show. Like the blogger and the social media stuff, and had all them people dragging Candiace and all this other shit. Like, it was a lot that happened with Monique. And this is why it's probably never gonna be a situation where they could be cool. You can't expect nobody to be cool when they suffered like that. Like, you really can't be. So, but that's really where it stands though for me. Monique was in the wrong, and there's really no other way to put that. She was. But that's it. This video wasn't that long though, because Candiace and Monique had a short-lived friendship. They had a friendship in season 3, but by season 4 it was fucked up, and by season 5 it was just dead. It was no other way to go with that. You feel what I'm saying? But with that being said, that's pretty much all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed songs that were problematic last night. I really had a ball doing it, although that one was more cringe to do because it was Aaliyah's AJ Number to Number, and we all know the history with that song and who wrote it and where the inspiration for the song came from. Like, it was more cringy than hilarious as I tried to make it, but you know, I think y'all still kind of enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying doing songs that are problematic though. I'm really enjoying that. You know, we're gonna do a whole lot more. Me and DJ is going to do one more the last Keisha Cole album sometime this week, and then after that, we're just gonna go from album from any artist. We're not gonna go down a whole list of one artist's albums. We're gonna do mini albums. Okay, so that's gonna be another thing. But very excited about all this music content that I'm dropping now. I'm really getting into it, and like I said, it's a slow burn. It ain't picked up yet, but it's gonna pick up at some point. Okay, not point, but some point. Okay. Y'all know, like I said, after this, I gotta go and get ready. Well, I'm already ready, but I gotta get ready to get on up out of here in a little bit because I gotta go film today. Yeah, I gotta go film today. It's going to be a really cute scene because it's with people that I really, really love. It's with people that I really like for real. Gonna go film with them today. Like I said, it's my first day filming in 2 weeks. I haven't filmed since my incident, so this is gonna be my first time filming in 2 weeks. But like I told y'all, when you watch the show, you won't be able to tell because I'm still all over that motherfucker, so it don't matter. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to go on and get up out of here. Depending on how I feel later, I might just go into Discord a little later today and have a little voice call with the Scotty gang. If y'all don't know nothing about the Discord, I'm pretty sure Too Feisty got the link. She'll put it in here. But the Scotty gang definitely has a Discord. It's been a couple of weeks since the last time I was in there, but yes, depending on how I feel later tonight, I'll go in there and we can have a chat. So and we always have fun. Well, it's always fun when I go in there because I don't go in there all the time, but I'm trying to do better by going in there. But yes, so there is a Discord, and like I said, Too Feisty, I'm sure she got a link, Universal Goddess, so she can definitely put it in there. But that's about it, and that is about all, you guys. Let me see what that boy Shane said. I know that's right. All over the series and took a 2-week break. Scotty is the main character, clearly. I mean, I can't wait for y'all to see this season, though. I'm speaking highly of this season because it's really good. It's such a good season. Like the quality, the sound, the newbies are working. And I ain't got to carry this shit on my shoulders. Everybody is in mess except for me. I can sit back and watch everybody else in mess except for me. I can sit back and enjoy my food while everybody else is. And we're going into the 4th episode, and Scotty ain't in shit. I'm just doing my work and, you know, just talking to everybody bringing me the bullshit, but I ain't in it. Okay. But anyway, with that being said, we are out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one.
Hey, yo, pass the mic. I'ma talk my shit, then I'll be done for the night. He tried to fuck me on my money, he the jealous type. I heard you say that you the shit, we know that don't sound right. Hey, yo, pass the mic. I'ma talk my shit, then I'll be done for the night. He tried to fuck me on my money, he the jealous type. I heard you say that you the shit, we know that don't sound right.